Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank all the participants of our working group yesterday for their commitment. We stayed till 6, and this shows everything. That was big interest for the team to come with some specific recommendations for the plenary session. Everybody in the group agreed that there is an important role for the local authorities, but also for the quality bodies with regards the implementation and the application of legislation, anti-discrimination legislation. So we come with some recommendations to this plenary session. With regards to local authorities, the following is proposed. First of all, there is a need to educate and inform local authorities about the economic implications of Roma exclusion, and this came from the European Investment Bank representative. There is also a need for dialogue between local authorities, majority population, members of the quality bodies, and Roma. And there we had the cases, a good practice that took place in Greece at the municipality of Agia Paraskevi, that basically this dialogue helped to solve problems on accommodation of Roma housing. Then we agreed that a simplified language is needed for local authorities, officials, and Roma in order to understand better their duties and their rights respectively. What I mean with simplified language, basically you cannot speak to them referring to articles or provisions to directive because they will not understand anything. We said and we recognized that there is a needs assessment for Roma in local level, and it's really crucial to involve research and quantitative surveys in order to identify the local needs of the target group in order to design, focus policies and projects in order to find a solution for housing accommodation. There was another proposal that goes mainly to the member states of the Roma decade, which we kindly asked them, and they are urged to ratify the protocol on the collective complaints under the revised social charter, which gives the possibility to NGOs to file a complaint. And there we had a good practice from Finland, where basically not only international NGOs can file a collective complaint against Finland, but also national NGOs. Then we all agreed that we need clear rules on urban development on national but also on local level. Again, we highlighted the need for multi-integrated approach. That means that we don't need only initiatives focusing on housing per se, but also a multi-sectoral approach, taking care and covering also other important social areas where Roma have problems like education, employment, and health. Finally, we identified the big problem and challenge of enforcement of sanctions in local level. And there we said that our proposal and recommendation is that the member state should ensure that the enforcement and implementation of sanctions against local authorities which apply discriminatory practice or they continue applying forced evictions. So this was the first part with regards what we recommend on local authorities. The second part, we have also some concrete proposals and recommendations for the equality bodies. There we identified the need that the equality bodies themselves should be aware and understand what are the Roma needs at local level and in regional level, and they have to identify Roma representatives in local level, but also they have to train and inform Roma mediators about the equality body's existence, but also about their mandate. We highlighted the importance of NGOs and the role that they could play as contact points of equality bodies at national, at regional and local level in order to facilitate and to refer cases to the equality body. Another point that we think that's very important was that there is a need for setting up regional offices of equality bodies when it's not applicable, in order to have a better understanding and a better handling of the local issues, and in order to address the case in local level before reaching the national level. Then we had a good practice that came from the French equality body, where they basically involve volunteers, and what we mean with volunteers, they are legal experts on discrimination issues that could be judges or advocates, that there is a possibility through the equality body that they meet twice per week, and they provide their legal advice to victims of discrimination. We identified also the need that cooperation between equality bodies and prosecutors is really crucial and important. And there we had also a good practice, and where the French equality body established a cooperation convention with the Paris prosecutor. Then we received some concerns with regards to the financial and human resources situation of some equality bodies, where basically the concern was that more financial resources and human resources would be needed, because for the moment the equality bodies, they deal mainly only with case law, but do not have time to deal with prevention, and that means campaigns or seminars of judges or legal experts. Then we identified the need for strategic litigation, training and awareness raising of equality bodies personnel on the Roma situation in national but also in local level, the need and the importance of Roma participation but also representation in the boards of equality bodies. This were identified in further research that it happened in Portugal and in Ireland, but not in other member states. And finally, we identified the need that there is a need for better dissemination of good practices at national level, and this should be done and should be undertaken by the equality bodies. Thank you very much.